Okay, I got a 2001 Crown Vic that I replaced the radio on, put this dual radio system in with the backup camera, and in the process of doing that, after I got everything installed, I also replaced the blend air door before I did that, but and that was the reason I took the dash out and all that. But I ended up putting this dual unit in, and once I got everything back together, the car would crank but no start. So when I hooked my meter up to it, I got a P1260 and a P1000. Come on, baby. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, I got that's the P1260, which is the theft system, and then a P1000, and then a U1262 code. So, like I said, I got a crank no start. Went out to YouTube, reading all around, and tried a few things. Like people say, reset the fuel pump deal in the trunk, and that was okay. It wasn't tripped or nothing like that. And I found another. And then I wasn't getting fuel pressure up there, but I could hear the fuel pump engaging anyway. And uh, so I continued to look and search, and then I found another video talking about the keys. And the key I was using was not the factory key. Uh, and they said get the factory key instead of the aftermarket key that was made for that I had with this car that I had been using the whole time. And then another thing too, the battery had ran down in the meantime, and I think that was a factor too. It lost some of the memory or whatever. But anyway, it wouldn't work with that non-factory key, so I ended up getting this factory key and installing it in the car. And now, as you can see, this baby starts up and run. Before then, I was getting a just a crank, and no start. So thank God she's running. So the main thing, I installed this dual unit, and took me a while to do it because I was having other stuff I was doing. But if you have the issue where you got a crank no start and you're using an aftermarket key or a remake key, try the factory key, because that's what worked for me. Just like one of the other fellows said online, and I'll show you the other key I was using before. Where is it? It's in here. Yeah, this key right here. You can see it has no forward marking on it, and it's not a real program key and stuff. And people say they went and did a lot of mechanics and all this other stuff, paid a lot of money and towing and all like that. But it seems like you can't use these aftermarket keys if your battery run completely down, or you've activated that 1260 code, that theft code, because when I took the radio out, I took it out with those pins, but for some reason it wouldn't come all the way out, so I had to end up taking the whole dash and everything out, and then I took the radio out after that. I took the radio out from this panel, because that the radio will come with that panel. If you remove all this stuff here, it'll come out. But anyway, I think the main issue was if you it's cranking but won't start, won't run, then make sure you get the factory key. Thank you. Thank the Lord that solved my problem. God bless y'all, and keep on moving. That's the blend air door that I was replacing as the first project, you know, doing this thing, and they got some good stuff online about how you break them tabs off and stuff like that. And that's what I did. I broke the tabs off to get this baby out, and then I just cut them. Make sure the screw on the new one would just fit through that tab, and then just slide it under there on the two back side, the ones closest to the engine. And then I was able to get this screw loose. You know, the one right there, I was able to get that one loose, and then this one is easy to get it loose. But you basically got to take the right side of that dasher loose and put a board 2x4 in there to hold it so you can get access to it. It's a shame that Ford designed crap like this, but you know, that's what they do. That's why I don't like working on Fords. All righty, take care, and hope this blesses somebody. Take care.